Mr. Roberts, I have a very, very quick follow-up. What attributes or qualifications do you possess that you think she is lacking? Reference here to Mrs. Cora Hodge.
I have a vast knowledge as to what the district really needs. I am a community servant. I have walked and lived and worked the length and breadth of District Number 2. I have been involved in the life of Angola's politics for years. I always have to tip my hat, regardless of my affiliation now with the Angola Progressive Party, to what I call my roots, the Angola National Alliance, which was to me, at that time, the best organized political machinery in Angola. And I worked with that machinery for years under Mr. Osborne Fleming. Hence, he would have promised and make statements about having me to represent the district today. Needless to say, I said, Mr. Brent Davis, you can rest on his word. I have been following politics. I've been following the landscape of what's happening in Angola, and I have really been keeping in touch with not just the district, but the wider Angolan community over the years.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. Mr. Roberts, your colleagues have acknowledged that there is an imbalance of hotel development on Anguilla. Do you have any ideas to attract large-scale development to the eastern part of the island?
When you ask that question, I must say that this is an area in which the two outgoing representatives of the Angola United Front must be judged on. Because over the years, they have held districts number 1 and districts number 2 hostage by way of development. They have allowed an investor to muzzle them in terms of a project that was going into the eastern end of the island. And this has to do with the project that we have now at Flags in West End, in which our chief minister, because of threats, conceded to the Flag project. The time has come for us, and Pam and myself have been saying on our political platform that once we are elected, that we will ensure that some form of development comes to East End. It may not come in the form of a tourism development, but there must be some form of development that will be able to ease the burden on our people journeying from the east all the way to the west. But we will do our best as the Angola Progressive Party, as a team of committed and united individuals, to present to the people of District 1 and 2 a project that is meaningful. And we will not commit to the first term, but if that happens, so be it. But we will commit to getting something done under our watch.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. The next question for you comes from the student panel, Ariana Woodley.
Mr. Roberts, you have 2 minutes to answer this question. Please tell us of a person or incident that has had a profound positive impact on your life.
Mr. James Ronald Webster, the father of the nation, who fought for this country as leader in 1967, did what I consider to be a great job for us, the people of Angola, so that today we can be here, we can be sitting in a forum such as this. Mr. Ronald Webster, as far as I'm concerned, is one of those persons who I look up to dearly. A very humble, quiet individual with a wealth of knowledge. One who is passionate about Angola and Angola's development and growth. And one whom I would request of you, the students of this debating society, to find some time and just speak with him. Even at this age, he has so much information to share. I do not believe that Mr. Webster has been given his due honor as father of this nation. You would recognize that there is a day that has been set aside as a day in observance of his contribution, which the children of the school observe as a school holiday. Under my watch and with my team, that day will become a public holiday not for St. Martin. It will be a public holiday in which we can truly recognize and honor Mr. Webster for his commitment, his work and dedication to the upliftment and advancement of this nation. It will happen. It will happen by the people of District Number 2 electing Jerome Roberts and the other members of the Angola Progressive Party.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. By way of follow-up, what most concerns you about the young people of your district and Anguilla as a whole?
What most concerns me at this stage is the whole business that the economy is in such a downturn in terms of the shambles as it is now. And to see a number of our young people just sitting under the trees, around the bars, not being occupied, and not really being able to gain something economically viable to feed their families and friends. And this is one of my scary moments, because I feel that when you put people to be idle, it only turns them into negative and creating negative behaviors. And I'm fearful that if the people of Anguilla do not give the Angola Progressive Party an opportunity to lead this country in about 26 days or thereabout, or less, that we will be in for a rude awakening. The young people of my district, they need help. They need a love, and they need encouragement to move them forward. Needless to say, they also need the financial resources to keep their families going. And if we leave them idle, we can only count on high rates of criminal activity by way of stealing, etc. High rates of drug use and abuse. We cannot continue to afford these things, and not neglecting the fact that we hear it on the radio every day, the prevalence of our men, our elderly men who are molesting our young girls. Prostitution will take the force. So I'm concerned, the people of the district are concerned, and I know they will allow me the opportunity to at least try to make amends on their behalf.
Thank you.